right. So, welcome. We always start in a seated position. This is easy pose. It's not really cross-legged. It's more one in front of the other. As flat as you can get these knees. But if you're up here, like, don't worry about it, okay? If that's where you're at today, then that's where you're at today. Eventually, we're going to relax the muscles enough in this area to be able to be flat like this. But in the meantime, where you are is where you are, and that's perfectly fine. So, we start here so that we can recalibrate our mind and get our energy from the yang of go, 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 move, 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 daily hustle to the slow, calm, relaxed state of just existing, just breathing, just being, and spending the next few, however long we practice with ourselves, right? Okay, so we're checking in with our posture here, sitting up tall and straight through the crown, just back here, which kind of leaves your gaze at an angle towards the floor. I like to think for humility. Shoulders are back and down. Create space in the neck, heart center open. And we're going to drop all of our energy to the lower half of our body, which means relaxing the face muscles, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing everything down into the floor to connect with the energy, noticing the solidity of it. We tend to keep all of our energy up here in our heads, and that makes things really easy to get overwhelming and too much, anxious, stressed. But if we can drop our energy, which means our awareness, down into the lower half of our body where less is going on, we can feel more calm because there's less going on, right? So we're focusing on posture, we're dropping the energy, we're bringing the attention to the breath, which should be in our belly. Shallow chest breathing is a stress response. We need to be utilizing the diaphragm, so we're breathing in our bellies, which allows the lungs to expand fully. And then we're just going to start leaning in all of the directions. Taking all of the time in the world to just check in with our body and how it feels today. Hinging at the hips, finding all of the movements and motions and directions we can go here. Taking our time. Adding the arms if we like. Remembering to breathe, remembering to relax, melt into the floor. We're just checking in with our body and asking it what it wants to do, how it wants to move. Then we're going to take our legs and switch them. So whichever one is in the front is now in the back. And we're want to do all of that over again. Finding our patience with ourselves in the process. It takes about 2 minutes for our body to relax when we go into these stretches. Because at first all of our muscles are going to tense up in an effort to protect us from getting hurt. And it takes about 2 minutes for our muscles to realize that we're not in danger and that they can relax. So we're cultivating lots of patience here with this practice, this yin practice. Helping us slow down and regulate our nervous system. Because you know everything's always go, 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 busy, busy, busy. Nobody wants to slow down, that's boring. But we have to for balance, which means cultivating the patience that it takes to get there. Alright, now moving on, we're going to move into our wide-legged forward fold, or for some of us, our wide-legged forward sit. Can't go nowhere, but that's okay. Taking all of the time in the world to let your muscles relax, rub out where they're talking to you. Ideally, you want to stay here until things start to let go and release. Scan your body, identify, find those muscles that are tight and talking to you. Ask them to release specifically by bringing your breath and attention and awareness to the muscle. Let's turn towards one leg, trying to square up the shoulders with the leg. Takes a little bit of a twist here. We'll go up first, stretching up through the fingers and out as we come down to the foot. Inside arm goes on the outside of the foot. Can you see this? Excuse me, guys. Remembering to breathe. Finding that posture. Using this hand over here to kind of like help with the twist, because remember we're squaring up. Creating space in the back of the neck by stretching through that crown. And then we'll come over to the other side. Slowly, always slowly. We don't want to go from here to here, because if you move too quickly in anything, your body doesn't have time to be like, hold on, we don't want it. And now you've pulled a muscle. So always slow and controlled, everything, all the time. We're squaring up with the other leg. Stretching up, out, before down. Again, inside hand comes on the outside of the foot. Make sure that other foot over there doesn't, make sure it doesn't like lean in. Sometimes it wants to do that. You want to keep it activated, which means pulled up at a 90-degree angle, pointing towards the ceiling. Deep breath. Relaxing into it. We're stretching not only the legs here, but through the ribs, through the lower hip, like lower back hip area,